blasting off with round one. We are going first, and yep, this is a keepable hand. Got a good blocker for a while. Hopefully we just draw out of having a bunch of too many lands here. Ooh, opponent mulligan. Good signs. So we don't have a particularly fast start, but we do get set up nicely. We get a 2-drop into a very defensive 4. And like I've said before, I mean, I think the deck just really wants to go long game, so I certainly don't mind spending a couple turns just getting set up and being a little bit slower. Alright. Ooh. Oh, man. This hand is actually getting awesome. I could Shipwreck Looter. I kind of want to play Blossom Dryad. There's a decent chance that we can Shipwreck and something else with the Dryad next turn. We'll have to see. Legion Conquistador. Uh-oh. Is it the Conquistador? The Conforstador? Hopefully just one. Conquistador is one of those cards. Alright, so 3. Maybe more, because that is 7 that they got. Feel pretty willing to attack with the Keeper. I don't want to lose the Blossom Dryad, but I'm willing to throw that in. And then we'll go Headwater Sentries. Our opponent unmulliganed, but that's fine. Let's hope they don't get more. Please do not get more. Oh no. They did say yes, so they're choosing again. 4 of them. Oh wow, they could have more still too. Like, that is not necessarily the end of the Conquistadors. At this point, I might be willing to throw in this Blossom Dryad. I don't think we're actually going to need to ramp anymore. Yeah. Thought about it for a while, but now that I'm realizing it, I don't think we actually care. We've got all of our colors. We've got double of all of our colors. So we're in decent shape. I want to kind of try and keep up the pressure a little bit because these Conquistadors are just going to run us over. Oh boy. 4 Conquistadors. I'm hoping there's no more. There could easily be more. Love it if they just played a flyer. Wanted Scoundrels. Very good card. Please don't search. Please do not search. No way. Oh, wow. They had 5 Conquistadors. That's a lot of Conquistadors. Is what that is. Alright, I'm going to play the island because it does still leave us open with the Crushing Canopy. There's a decent chance they could put something on, like, Wanted Scoundrels to try and get through. Alright. Blah. We still have 1 more coming. Three mana 2/2, draw 4. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Oh, hello. Speaking of seeming pretty good. Now I'm a little sad that I lost the Blossom Dryad, but I feel like we're in decent shape. If they don't have a way to kill the Waker, it'll be good. If they have a contract killing or something, well, this game is going to get rough. If they don't, we're in awesome shape. I think I actually want to use these treasures and start waking the wilds. I can put it up to 3, so we can make it a 5/5. That's not bad. We can kill the Wanted Scoundrels and a Legion Conquistador. I think we wait, though. I'm fine just waiting. We've got a Crushing Canopy and the Waker. We're in an excellent spot to just slow down and kind of let the game happen. Now I can make it 6 as well if I'm not attacking with it. Plus, I can't just throw my lands away. I don't have that many. Marauding Looter. Okay. I've got a 6/6. And I can put another 3 counters on it. So it would trade for their entire team. I mean, that feels like it's worth it. They might just take 6, or they might just chump. If they chump, I think I play Marauding Looter. Yes. I'm really tempted, and I mean really tempted, to throw away like a Ravenous Daggertooth and just keep the land. That might be crazy, but I'm going to do it. Got 4 cards in hand that they're not playing. Are they all lands? Like, I wonder what they kept. They're obviously flooded. They've got a ton of land. But, like, what else are they waiting for? Do they have 13 lands? I mean, that would be pretty crazy. Oh, man. Perilous Voyage is a really, really good hit here. Feel like now is the time to start really sending. So let's go. Island Prosperous. If they try and block the island with enough, then I just get to start bouncing things. That, like, I know that we're trading this down, but we're the ones with the advantage here. So I don't mind doing that. I don't even really need the Perilous Voyage. I guess that there's not a lot of downside to it, though. And I like to use that ability. Always. Like, Ixalan's Binding is a card that I'm worried about. So I still kind of want to keep the Crushing Canopy. Maybe I should just throw it away. The lands are so important right now with the Waker. I might wake a different land now, too, so that we don't get blown away. Suddenly they find another 4 Conquistadors. Choose a card. Wait. Are they actually? That wouldn't make any sense. They would have grabbed ones before. They might just be looking to see what answers they have. It's good to look at your library. You don't get to do that anymore because when you do a league, they save it in a different spot. It doesn't get saved in your normal MTG library. Mark of the Vampire. All right. And attacking in. Well, honestly, sure. Vanquish the Weak? Nope. That's fine. We trade Marauding Looter for a big Mark of the Vampire Wanted Scoundrels. Get some treasures so we can keep leveling up lands. Bishop Soldier. That's not doing anything. Ooh, Depths of Desire. Let's attack with the team. We'll return the Legion Conquistador if they try to double block. I mean, they're taking a lot of damage if they're not blocking the 8/8. Yeah, that is acceptable to me. Let's let that happen. And I'm going to activate a different land here. I don't want everything to be on the one land, just in case. But I imagine that our opponent's in an incredible amount of trouble. Waker the Wilds tends to take over games, and they have not been doing anything about it. Still have 3 lands back there. Yeah. Opponent definitely flooded. That'll happen sometimes. I know that feeling very, very well, so I definitely sympathize with our poor opponent. And now, what do we side in or out? I didn't see any flyers, but I did see a mark. So Crushing Canopy is... I mean, this is probably the deck that has the most things to hit. It's pretty likely that they have the Ixalan's Binding, like that kind of card. The Interdiction, they're like Perilous Interdiction. They're going to have Mark of the Vampire, which we know of for sure. And there's also a lot of flyers in white-black. There's like Sky March Bloodletter, the 2/2 Black Vampire for 3. I might just want a second one. I know that we didn't see a lot of things that it dealt with that game, but it feels like a card that we have to deal with. Like we're gonna have a lot of cards to deal with, and I really want to have the Crushing Canopy for it. Maybe it can take out Sleek Schooner. Schooner's okay, but I'll just put another Crushing Canopy in for it. It's a little bit greedy. They didn't show us that many targets, but I just, knowing that deck and knowing Ixalan, I feel like that's just going to happen. They got really, really flooded, so this game should be a lot different. I expect to see some more Crushing Canopy targets. That's not normally something I do. I normally wait until I actually see the targets to make sure that I side in those kinds of cards, but it just feels like it's too obvious in this format. White-black is where all the flyers and all the enchantments are. I'm going to keep this. That might seem a little bit crazy, but we do have 7 islands. We are on the draw. And if we hit one of them, we're in good shape. There we go. It's just my night. Lucky boy. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Keeper? You bet. Now what do we have? Ooh, Hammer Skull is gross. Well, we do get a Siren Lookout. Prosperous Pirates. I like the Prosperous Pirates. I also need lands, and I need to hit some of my bombs. I don't know. I think I'm okay with it. Depths of Desire will give us a treasure. That'll let us play the Prosperous Pirates, which will get us more treasure to let us play the Windstrider if I have to. I think I'm going to keep that. Stop. Opponent's about to hit us. Twisted the expectation. It really depends on what they have, whether or not they actually attack here. We can crack back for more damage than they can hit us with, but that vastly depends on what they're actually playing. If they're going to start slamming Legion Conquistadors, I expect Hammer Skull to get in. Oh, there it comes in. This card is absolutely nuts. Attack and tap a creature. It's actively better than target creature can't block. Well, most of the time. Yep, and there's the Conquistador. I kind of called it. I didn't want to call it, because this is awful for us, but I did kind of call it. I don't really want to attack then with the Siren Lookout, because we're going to need everything back just to stop the Hammer Skull. This thing warps the game so much. Like, we can attack back with the Siren Lookout, but if we do that, then they tap the Headwater Sentries and they can attack in with their entire team. They're willing to trade the Legion Conquistadors for our Ixalan's Keeper. For sure. Like, very easily. That's not a question for them. We need to punish them if they attack the Hammer Skull by killing the Hammer Skull. Like, we have to have a board set up where Hammer Skull can't attack without dying. And that's the only way that we're going to be able to deal with it for a while. Now I can hold up the Depths of Desire. And if they use this opportunity with the Anointed Deacon to attack in with both, okay, yeah, then we're just going to eat the Hammer Skull. They'll tap the 2/5, so we can't kill the Legion Conquistador easily, but, like, I get to take 4 to trade Ixalan's Keeper for a Territorial Hammer Skull. That's a great trade for us. It'll stop them from being able to do that in the future. Ooh, nice. So we get to go Prosperous Pirates, and we can hold up the Perilous Voyage, and they won't know about that. Don't want to attack with the Siren Lookout. Probably not. Maybe, though. You know, they're probably playing Legion Conquistadors here. I've got good blocks for Conquistadors. An Anointed Deacon doesn't matter. If I have to, I can trade Prosperous Pirates for it if they pump it. What is this? Another Anointed Deacon. That is more of an issue. That makes a very big Conquistador. Wow. I'm going to take it for one turn. It's a little crazy, but I think I will. Let's go Shapers, and then we can hold up a bunch of different tricks here. Either Depths or Perilous. Or just using Shaper. So do I want to... Like, if I should have Perilous Voyaged an Anointed Deacon last turn, is what I should have done. I should have gotten rid of one. So then they wouldn't have been able to attack with it last turn. And then we could probably... They'd play it again this turn. During the main phase, we'd be able to Perilous... or Depths of Desire it, so that we once again bought ourselves time they couldn't really attack through. That would have been the right way to do things. As it stands now, probably the way to do things is block with Siren Lookout, trade, as awful as that is, and then look at starting to put +1/+1 counters onto Headwater Sentries so that I can keep it alive through an attack here. Conquistador. So they should have one more to get. Yep. I say that they should have one more to get, but actually there's a really good chance they just wouldn't have all of them in deck. Like, they would actually have 2 in hand at some point. I'm certainly not complaining about luck, though. Our opponent had a lot of bad luck last game. So now we pass. The opponent might try and double onto a Conquistador again, or they could do it onto a Anointed Deacon. But if they do that, I'm willing to trade Prosperous Pirates straight across. I don't even think I need a Depths. Because if we can get rid of one of the Anointed Deacons, then we're kind of in a spot where we're fine again. The Headwater Sentries can keep blocking. And we can even start leveling up the Shapers in nature so it can also block. So they have one more in their hand. And then they're all gone. Finally. Ugh. A lot of Legion. And a Bishop Soldier. Okay. Well, have at me. I've laid my cards out on the table. They're spreading it to 2 different creatures? Well, they said no. What? Okay. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Melody's not doing a whole lot. I need some more lands, actually. Just keep passing. If they hit a removal spell, we're in a ton of trouble because all they have to do is get rid of Headwater Sentries. I do have some bounce spells now with the Perilous Voyage and the Depths of Desire if I have to, as like an emergency trigger, but with us at 8 and them having this many creatures, it's going to be rough. We might be able to get them to attack in here, try and go wide. Mark of the Vampire. Well, I have an answer to that. I'm just going to put both on it. No? No, okay, so they're going to go as wide as possible is what they're doing. Makes sense. So, block Headwater Sentries on a Deacon. No. Block it on one of the Conquistadors. Perilous Pirates on another one. Shapers on this, and then bounce those 2. And we take 6. 1, 2, bounced. 1, 2. And then that. So take from Legion, and we take from an Anointed Deacon. Okay, so we take 5 doing this. We're down to 3. Not great, but we can do it. They can't attack in again like that, is the positive side, because we can Entrancing Melody here too, and that should make a big difference in the actual state of the board. Like, now we're 3 creatures to 3 creatures. All of our creatures are better than theirs, and we can steal one of theirs. If we get a land, we can actually steal the Anointed Deacon. Hello, land. Let's do that. Yoink. It's a little awkward because it is the tapped creature, but considering we have 3 other blockers, I think we're okay. And I am leaving back all of the blockers. There's the other Conquistador. Starting to look good. Windstrider can win us the game pretty quickly. Their deck is sick, though. 5 Legion Conquistadors is a lot of Conquistadors. That we battled through them both games is pretty awesome. How do I want to do this? I really want to use the Marauding Looter, actually. I'm going to attack. They might double block. Doubt it. Yeah. And if they don't, I get to do that. Yes, I would like to. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Opponent hitting another land there. Play the Prosperous Pirates. I mean, we should attack first, I guess. I'm gonna Anointed Deacon again. We're just in the driver's seat this game now. It's gonna be very difficult for opponent to pull it out. I'm really tempted to not play the Pirates and hold up Windstrider, but it's so cheap because you get the treasure off of it. I mean, it's really a 3-mana 3/4. Which makes the card pretty fantastic. Play the land, then I can hold up Shapers. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm still going to loot, too. Yeah, like we get to keep the best card. It's fine to loot. A 1/3 flyer. So Shapers, put a +1/+1 on Prosperous Pirates. I think that's a good idea. We want to start attacking in with more stuff. I'm going to keep that Unknown Shores. Although if I play it, we have enough to activate Shapers of Nature twice. Alright. Pretty unlikely that I want to do that. But it does give the option. I really just want to use Windstrider to eat the Skybladed Legion. Chump block. And we will pass. Always be looting. I'm not sure they can actually attack the Skyblade, yeah. Let's Windstrider. Do I want to steal a counter off of a thing? I'm going to. We're going wide enough around them that it's pretty awesome now. We don't really need to worry about having extra counters on stuff. We don't need big creatures, we just need creatures. Now we just attack the team. They're low enough with one card in hand, I don't think there's any way that they can get out of this. This pause and the fact that our opponent typed to us a bunch before suggests to me that they're about to do the same again. Nope. Nothing so far. Probably not happy, though. They did flood out pretty hard again. I mean, 11 lands here is a lot. That being said, whenever you Legion Conquistador, you are thinning your deck of actual playables and putting in more lands, essentially. It's still good, but... Now the question is, how far do we go with this? I think the right way to do it is to just attack with everything. Yeah. I mean, only 2 of our creatures need to get in. Every single pair of 2 creatures is definitely lethal. I think it makes sense. I probably wanted to play the land first because there's the small percentage where I want to draw off of Prosperous Pirates because it's still lethal with any other creature. And then try and, like, play something else. And I might need the extra land. acting like they have something. What could possibly save them? Oh yeah, okay. I mean, I don't want to respond because these kind of things, they're not being super angry about it. And it is frustrating to flood. It does happen, though. It happens to everybody. I've certainly been on the receiving end of it as much as I am on the lucky end of it this time. My opponent having drawn a lot of lands. We are over halfway through our decks, though, so, I mean, something like 12 lands is a little bit high, but it's not absurd. Like, I have 12. I'm one card deeper than them, but I have 12. So, I don't know. Dark Nourishment would have been pretty good. That's their next card. Woo! Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo! Got there. All right, and on to round 2.